Hi, I'm Brendan Kelly. It's election night. We're going to try to figure out what people are thinking on the night of the election at the end of the longest Canadian campaign in over 100 years. Why don't we start? We'll go inside the Burgundy Lion pub in St. Henry and see what people are thinking. What is your feeling about how the election went in terms of not which party was doing well, but just the feel, the mood of people during this election?
Well, I think what happened with the parties being so negative against each other, it created sort of tension between normal voters, conservatives versus liberals versus NDP, and I feel like that leaked into normal life. And then because of you see it all over Facebook, there was a lot of negativity going on. I think it wasn't the best election, it wasn't the best election run-up. It's unfortunate that it was so negative, but at least now it's over tonight and we can move on with ourselves.
So what do you think of this campaign, the longest campaign in over 100 years? What are your thoughts on it?
I think it's a lot of money. I think that is very expensive, but I also think that it may have had a good effect because voter turnout is very high. I personally just came from the polls and I have never seen that many people standing in line before. So if this is the voice that's needed to change the government, to make change in Canada, then I think that an election such as this is probably, I don't want to say it, but effective.
All right, now we're at McGill University. We're going to go to an old hangout of mine, Gertz, and see what they're thinking about the election. How are you? What are your thoughts on the whole election process?
Well, I actually worked as a caller for elections early on in the summer, and by then I was already sick of it, so I'm really happy that it's over.
It seems really long. Is that kind of a negative? I mean, Stephen Harper wanted a long election. Is it a negative that it's so long?
Well, definitely, because it just leads to the party with the most money gets the most votes. We're turning into an American-style electoral system, and that's not what we should have.
What do you think of the tone of the election, of the feel of the election?
I feel like it's been a lot more adversarial than elections in the past. And I mean, I'm not that old, I haven't been around for that many, but there's been a lot of attack ads and a lot of vicious, nice hair though, comments. I don't know, it seems like we've lost kind of the basic respect for politicians as humans.
All right, one last place to check the pulse of Montrealers, what they're thinking of tonight's election. Cafe Mattina in the heart of Mile End. They're having a party, people are watching the election. Let's see what the hipsters have to say.
This is a very important election for Canada because we've had the Tories in power for like long enough, and everybody who's been bitching, and these are usually people who do not go out and vote, and we've got them out to vote. We've got them riled up. We post stuff about Andrew Cohen, the article him quitting, the front page of Post Media, all that stuff. And I think it's amazing that, people are actually reacting positively. I don't care who they vote for, but they're out voting.